Every once in a while, a K-pop group comes along that shakes things up. And that's LOONA. LOONA definitely shook things up, revealing members one by one over the course of 2 years, creating one of the most dedicated fan bases in all of K-pop, winning legal cases against their company, and going their own ways. Consider things shaken. But yet, so much discourse I see on LOONA is in the past tense, despite the fact that the members have never been able to shine quite as brightly as they are right now. From insane variety show moments, to high-budget solo album promotions, to secret behind-the-scenes insights and reflections that have never seen the light of day until now, LOONA has found their second wind. And even though the members are separated, you might be surprised to the extent that they really aren't. So since we've entered another golden age of LOONA content, I think I owe it to one of my favorite groups to make an updated guide for each member. And because it's fun to get sentimental from time to time, along the way we can take a look at how much each member has changed over the past 6 to 7 years. Oh yeah, and disclaimer, while I've been in orbit for 7 years, I do not know the members personally, so this will still be a simplification of who they are and is meant only as an entertaining introduction. Thank you. Finally, I won't be talking about the LOONAverse because this video would be 2 hours long and there's plenty of other videos about the group's lore. Alright, are you ready to see what the girls are up to? Then let's go. A certain creative director once said, "If Heejin can't become an idol, then who can?" Well put. Heejin has always had the image of a perfect all-rounder. From her dancing, to her vocals, to her knack for creating the most entertaining and questionable dance moves. Genuinely, the only thing that could have stopped this girl from stardom was if pigeons started standing her and flying to her concerts. She's always been the perfect mix of open and supportive, silly and lighthearted, and effortlessly elegant. Really, there was no better choice for the first girl of the month. And let's just appreciate, Heejin has managed to keep her perfect all-rounder image for almost the past 8 years now. There's a reason she got a solo album so quickly post-LOONA. She's still equal parts silly, elegant, and terrified of birds like she's always been. The only difference is, she's more comfortable showing all the different sides of herself. It really feels like she can express her artisticness, her dad jokes, and her honest reflections whenever she wants now. Oh, and I guess another difference is, she likes a good drink.
얼마 전에 희진이를 만났는데 그 친구가 또 굉장히 술을 좋아하거든요.
2. There's one post related to Hyunjin that stays in my head rent-free. I don't remember the exact place I saw it, but it went a little something like this. Everyone says their bias is unhinged, but the only actual unhinged idol in K-pop is that one cat girl from LOONA. She thinks differently. Yeah. And look, I could put up a whole compilation of Hyunjin going, Yahoo! Or But instead of that, I'd like to draw some attention to how Hyunjin has changed over the past 7 years. First off, her bread addiction phase has finally ended. Sort of. And side note, just because she has a history with bread doesn't mean she's good at making it.
여기 장갑 끼고 해주세요, 사장님. 장인은 그런 거 안 쓰는데 오늘 쓸게요. 버스 잠시만. 제가 이 풀빵을 만들었는데요. 맛있어?
Second, she demonstrates a lot more leadership tendencies now. She's taken on the role of leader, or crew commander, of Loossemble after all. So she'll really listen to her teammates and compliment them when it matters. She'll laugh a lot at their various quips and jokes. However, her competitive side has only grown in strength. If you haven't watched any Loossemble Assemble episodes, I recommend it. The show's full of true LOONA chaotic energy, and Hyunjin is essentially the trickster in every episode. That doesn't mean she wins though.
진짜 잘하지 않아요? 저 진짜 잘하지 않아요? 전 다 잘해요. 다 잘하는데 그날 운이 안 따라서.
Also, remember how she always wanted to feature in an earring commercial?
6월에 광고 찍을 거예요, 나중에. 6월에 광고 찍을 거예요. 6월에 광고 찍을 거예요. 귀걸이 광고 찍을 거예요.
Well,
그런 귀걸이 광고야. 제 소원을 말한 거예요.
oh, and one last note, back in 2018, Hyunjin said this,
진짜 너무 예뻐서 나중에 꼭 키우려고요.
and then actually wound up raising one. Their name is Paldo. So cute.
3.
I've always loved Haseul because she's equal parts this sort of kind, down-to-earth mom, and completely playful and quirky goofball. The mom conception was very much solidified with the way she kept worrying about Yeojin in the pre-debut days, and the goofball conception was plain to see, especially with all the Haseul PD-directed LOONA TVs.
이 십자가는 무슨 의미라는 거죠? 이건 무슨 의미를 하는 거죠? 대체 바지는 왜 이렇게 쫄쫄쫄쫄쫄쫄쫄 바지 같죠?
So what happens when everyone in LOONA has grown up, moved out, and doesn't need a mom figure anymore? Oh, that. Alright, that's an exaggeration. That familial and sentimental aspect of Haseul is still intact. She was able to hold her own 4-day small theater concert in October 2023, which had been a huge wish of hers for years. There she performed her solo Plastic Candy, many other LOONA hits, and a very special self-written song.
어떤 곡이냐면요. 저희 할머니가 돌아가셨을 때 제가 써놨던 추모곡입니다. 가편집본? 네, 느낌으로 준비한 거니까 가볍게 들어주시면 너무 감사할 것 같습니다. 영원이라는 곡입니다.
This concert made it sink in for me how much the LOONA members have been through and how much better they're off now. Haseul shined so brightly on the stage. ARTMS thought so, S thought so, and even the other members who came to cheer her on thought so. It's really a huge blessing that we're able to see events like this that give the members the environment they really needed to be themselves and shine. So you know, even though all of Momsul's babies have left the nest, she isn't lonely at all. Also short.
이 그림 너무 웃기네. 왜요? 아니 하슬이 키즈.
짜증나! 왜 그래?
4.
이번해봐라. 작은 반지 몇 개인가?
The maknae of LOONA. In pre-debut era, she was such a kid. The stereotypical loud little sister that everyone would pick on.
말하지 마, 아무 말도 하지 마.
맨날 저만 구박하시고.
Oh my god.
And she was so tiny, literally just a bean. But now, wait, she's still small. They're supposed to have changed!
10년 뒤에 나는?
Well, while her stature has remained practically the same, Yeojin's image has been completely rebranded. Now she joins the ranks of Instagram and Pinterest fashionistas with her pink-dyed hair, trendy, form-fitting outfits, and her pet dog Dubu, who she brings everywhere. It feels weird to say that Little Bean Yeojin gives the most model influencer vibes out of everyone, but she kinda does. Dubu is way too cute, by the way. Look at this little guy. Ugh. Even though her visuals suggest a classier, rich girl demeanor now, the loud little sister part hasn't budged an inch, which makes her just as rambunctious as she's always been.
어머. 아, 창피해.
She isn't afraid to get sentimental, and you can tell she loves entertaining people. It all feels so effortless. Case in point, Vivi is like cotton candy personified. Trying to find something bad about her is like trying to find something bad about cute kittens and fresh water. Like at the end of the day, it's just Vivi, bro. She's from Hong Kong and is LOONA's oldest and only foreign member. Yet from day one, she's always been laid back. And equipped with hidden talents. And while now she's basically the exact same, she's gotten so comfortable with the members that she doesn't mind toying with them from time to time.
저를 방해하려고 민 거예요? 아니면 도와주려고 민 거예요? 그냥 앞에 있어서 차고 싶어서.
Especially Yeojin.
비비 언니는 똑같이 약간 저한테 엄마 같은 사람.
나 하기 싫은데.
And maybe my favorite one of her charms is the bizarre but adorable noises she'll make when overwhelmed.
바이바이.
6.
섹시해요, 섹시해요.
Kimberly Lippington. Look, I could talk at length about her absolutely angelic voice. But it's her reactions and expressions that make her one of the funniest and memeiest members, if not the funniest and memeiest. Lippy is incredibly cool and powerful on stage, and relatable and playful off stage. That's something that's never really changed about her.
언니가 저 자고 있는데 붙여놨어요.
And something I only realized recently, she's always really, really loved dogs.
나 최근에 강아지 영상만 한 50개씩 보시던데 그 강아지를 보면 기분이 어떠실까요? 기분이 너무 좋아요. 여자.
When I think Jinsoul, I think powerful vocal and visual. Her original LOONA solo, Singing in the Rain, has some real unparalleled aesthetics, which matched her goddess-like looks perfectly. Her gaze was intense, and her aura felt unstoppable in every photo shoot. But then you talk to her and she had this very reserved, almost cutesy personality. And today, what do you know? Still looking like a goddess. Literally. Her personality still has that cute edge, but now she's the only introvert in her group.
전 I 90이에요.
언니 진짜 심하다.
그래서 지금 이 세 명이랑 같이 여행을 떠나니까 벌써부터 기가 빨려요.
I feel for her. Something I've always respected about Jinsoul is her genuine and transparent effort in doing her best. She'll get very candid and honest about how she feels in the moment, and reflects back on her work a lot.
어려워요. 구두를 신고 처음 해가지고 적응이 안 돼요.
오아스가 어쨌든 그리워질 때 항상 무대를 보면 카메라 너무 어색하게 보고 새로운 활동으로 덮어버리고 싶은
Her relationship with every member is as tight as can be, playing along with their jokes whenever needed, and of course, roasting them whenever possible.
검은 애가 좀 못생겼네. 약간 되게 성격 안 좋게 생겼어. 너야?
The members roast her back though. That's one thing I should probably mention about LOONA's relationships as a whole. Lots of roastage happens.
아 선크림 안 발랐는데.
아, 난 발랐는데.
나도 발랐는데. 너도 발랐는데. 준비성이 없구만.
괜찮아요.
8.
Look, you don't need to hear me say it. Choerry's identity is so solidified in the minds of all who know her that it's obvious even to her.
체리만의 매력 뭔가요?
체리 하면은 긍정이죠.
There's no other idol like Choerry. I'm serious. Like, I've seen positive and cheery sunshine idols before, but no one can match the sheer unstoppable force of feel-good that is Yeojin. You see how much footage I have of this girl bouncing around? A lot. This video would become a 4-part series if I tried showing it all. It doesn't matter if she makes a mistake. Or if someone tries to tease her. She plays it off better than Steve on Blue's Clues.
귀신들이 막 붙겠다. 너 왜 신나?
아니야, 좋게 생각하면 돼.
기수님이 저를 좋아하실 수도 있고. 언니 갑자기 잘한다 기수님이 이렇게 하시면
It's even to the point it can be actively detrimental to her.
정말 제가 세상 진지하게 근데 모니터를 보니까 제가 웃고 있는 거예요. 아니냐 설마 진짜 미쳤나 봐.
Choerry's creed is positivity always finds a way. She likes making people feel good. That's something I respect about her. One last note, her accent in English will get incredibly expensive sounding out of nowhere, and I love it.
가위바위보. Yeah.
9. End of level 1.
Yves has always had a feeling of maturity to her. For one thing, she's just so kind.
진짜 완전 이쁘게 나왔어요.
귀가 정화됐어.
프리티, 뷰티풀. 귀여워요, 애기들. How old are you? I'm 22 years old.
She also has a great sense of humor. But above all, she has this sort of cool, artistic image that I just love. Yves spent the longest of any member preparing for her post-LOONA debut. It's like she was searching to find and hone her individuality. Luckily, she still had a super aesthetic and active Instagram page and her YouTube vlogs. She gave book recs, made a lookbook video, and played an absolutely huge role in supporting the other members. She really will pull out all the stops to visit them. She went to Loossemble's debut showcase, Haseul's concert, appeared on Chuu's YouTube show, and was even a composer and writer for the song Strawberry Soda on Loossemble's debut album. How cool is that? Yves gained a sort of mystical quality in my mind during this time. The last true echoes of the old LOONA, trying to bubble their way back to the surface in a way true to themselves. But then, after a while, we finally saw what she had been preparing. The video on the Paper Mill channel, where she talks about the time she spent preparing for Loop, her debut solo, is one of the most genuine I've seen in the industry. She gets honest and vulnerable.
내가 싫어요. 잠이 많은 것도, 생각이 많은 것도, 눈물이 많은 것도.
But she continues to look forward, accepting any challenge with her members always in her heart, no matter the distance. So how could you not think she's the coolest?
저는 열정만큼은 누구보다 강하거든요. 제가 사랑하는 사람들을 지킬 거예요. 멤버들, 친구들, 그리고 가족들 다 같이 행복해지고 싶거든요.
I'm goat. I ate.
No one would blame you if you thought Chuu was just some happy-go-lucky bundle of sunshine back in the pre-debut days. I mean, with all the smiling and cheering for the members, it definitely felt like she'd fit right in with Choerry. Her energy and popularity as a personality and main vocalist got her her own YouTube show, which still goes on to this day and has garnered well over 1 million subscribers. But Chuu isn't just a smiling and fun personality. She's a warrior. This girl was the keystone that led to the freedom of LOONA from BBC. And despite all that, she still found the time to keep her YouTube show running, post on social media, do brand collabs, do normal collabs, produce 2 solo EPs, and still somehow manage to show up and support every single one of her members.
와, 나 이만한 거 처음 받아봐.
초원이 봤다.
와. 아유, 그래도 같이 하고 있으니까 다행이다. 이쪽은. 맞아. 좋아해서 포기하지 않고 다들 재밌게.
So how can Chuu do it? We just know she can. She's genuinely one of the sweetest idols in the industry, not to mention one of the funniest.
Oh, not scared.
Not scared?
Yes, easy.
You did well.
Yes, I ate. Yeah.
누나 너무 예뻐. 미쳐.
Honestly, at this point, I think the only thing Chuu wouldn't be able to pull off is a sexy concept. Oh my god!
Make a knife for us.
You know those cartoon characters that whistle and try to act innocent when they're caught doing something suspicious? Yeah, that's Gowon's essence. Gowon has been LOONA's one and only princess since she joined. We're talking call in the royal guard, full infantry, this girl needs protecting levels. But over time, we've gotten to see more and more of her silly, scheming sense of humor, which occasionally dips into savageness.
누군 지각했대요. 지각을 하다니.
지각한 크루에게 한마디. 깔끔하게 혼내주세요.
그래도 이따 안엔 들어오세요. 아니면 평생 못 볼 줄 아세요.
It makes for a unique, cute, and fierce dichotomy. Now, ever since the description of YYYY's Love Forever proclaimed it in its royal decree, she's been known for having the quote-unquote crunchiest voice of all members. While her voice adds to the princess's charm, it makes it very hard to pass as anything other than royalty.
아직 수업 중인 선생님들께는 대단합니다.
And also makes it very easy to be imitated.
조용히 좀 해주실래요? 받고 언니 엄청 많아요. 여러분 들리세요? 짜증나.
She also has a super adorable relationship with Hyeju, who, guess what, we're about to cover. But one last thing, I just love the way Choerry described Gowon back in 2020. An Unnie who looks like she'll fall over if you touch her.
안녕하세요.
루저.
Hyeju, previously known as Olivia He, is the baby wolf, who I guess now would be a grown-up wolf. Despite being the second youngest, she's the member that everyone fears. Even Hyunjin's antics have no effect on her.
난 눈이 옆에도 있다는 걸 알아줘.
Her family runs a cafe and her sister runs a cake store, so she has lots of experience with making delicious food. Like the wolf she is, she loves food in general.
맛있게 먹겠습니다. 나 여기서 근데 먹방이 들어가겠어.
She's also a true gamer. You can tell because she hates the game she's addicted to.
6617단계. 너무 멀리 와버렸어. 이제 더 이상 이 어플을 지울 수 없어.
And like I mentioned before, she's got the cutest relationship with Gowon. She sort of adores her. Teasing her is like her #1 pastime. One last tidbit, if you need a quick way to recognize her, just look at her mouth. It's a triangle. I remember it as a watermelon slice though, because she's some sort of watermelon whispering savant.
수박을 두드리면 무슨 소리가 난다고요? 귀에서 아름다운 소리가 들리는데요.
수박 너무 귀엽지 않나요?
Yeah, I'm not messing with that lady. And that is everyone. Heejin, Hyunjin, Haseul, Yeojin, Vivi, Kimlip, Jinsoul, Choerry, Yves, Chuu, Gowon, and Hyeju. Despite there being half as many members as S, it actually took longer. That goes to show how much history these girls have and how much good new content we're getting. But in the end, I think what's important to realize is, LOONA really hasn't changed. All the girls are still here. They're all talking with each other, supporting each other, and being silly with each other. We're living in such a precious time for the group, because it was never guaranteed. Every song, stage, and show we get these days is just another step down the path for these girls. It's a journey that they've been taking together for years, past countless obstacles, and still, after all this time, they're headed in the right direction.
해보셨어요?
감동적이지 않아? 나 아까 이달의 소녀라고.
네, 우리는 이달의 소녀 겸 루셈블 겸 여러분들도 오빅 겸 크루 겸.
You know, a long time ago, this channel used to be a LOONA only channel where I didn't edit like any of the videos. Shoutouts to the people who remember Jinsoul Silver. Now, as thebenatmos, I've just hit 10,000 subscribers, and I think this video truly marks off the milestone to me. To celebrate, I've opened up a Patreon, where you can support the channel and get perks like your name at the end of every video, and behind-the-scenes commentaries about the process of making each one. See? Your name would go there. And would you look at that, the first behind-the-scenes content is already up. So, if you're interested, check it out with the link in the description. But either way, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe for more fun and insightful K-pop content, and I'll see you guys next time. Annyeong!